Ooh, no, this is too. Let's see. Hey, Marlene. I've been having some trouble with my Wi-Fi. Let me know if you can hear me and if you can see me okay. Happy Thursday. Yeah, something's going on here. Okay. It is live at lunch on Thursday. So I'm going to be talking about, I'm going to be talking about where our money went basically in the last quarter. I know a lot of people dread tracking expenses and looking at their bank statements, but it's really important. Hey, Janelle. I've been having some issues with the Wi-Fi. So if at any point you can't hear me, of course, just chat. Let me know because it's saying the connection is unstable. I don't know why. I am eating my lunch while I talk to y'all. I'm going to share my screen and, bear all of our spending, how much we spent in July, August, and September. I really thought it would be a good idea to look at it because you never know if you're spending money recklessly, and life is life, right? All kinds of things happen and go on, and you spend money where you need to, or you pay bank fees when you didn't mean to, but life is life, right? So I wanted to get a look at that and hopefully encourage the entire community to just take a few minutes, track your expenses. It took me about 15 minutes to put my stuff together for today's live chat. So welcome everybody. Don't forget to click the like button, please. That's such a great and easy way to and a free way to support the channel if you like the content. I am eating a basic turkey and cheese sandwich for lunch. I had some honey turkey and some cheddar cheese. I've got some corn tortilla chips, which you probably can't see because the light and the green screen. But I'm eating these corn tortilla chips. And I got something special that I couldn't wait to open. I got some sangria, a nice rosé that I'm going to drink just a little bit while we chat. So if you can still hear me, what are y'all eating for lunch? If you're on lunch, I don't know. Marlene, you're working. So I hope it's not too much of a distraction for you. And hey, Desiree, how are you? Thank you for letting me know that you can hear and see me. And I appreciate you guys stopping by. So I have notes too because I tend to talk a lot and I'll run off on tangents if I don't stay focused. Eating crackers, Desiree. Is this a good time to go live? Lunch isn't for a couple more hours. I'm having a chicken and black bean burrito. That sounds good. That sounds really good. I am going to share my screen. But again, you guys, I posted in the community tab earlier this week asking if anyone had questions that they wanted to ask me. It doesn't even have to be about me personally. It could just be any kind of personal finance, budgeting question. If you have anything like that, find that post, please, on the community tab and just put your question there. I hope I could do a Q&A maybe sometime this month or next month. And this time is fine with you. I like this time because, well, I'm on the East Coast, so 12 to 1 is usually most people take lunch at that time. So I thought it would be easy. And if you can't watch the live, maybe you'll watch the replay. And don't forget to give it a thumbs up. I'm going to share my screen. It took me about 15 minutes to go through my bank statements for the third quarter to see what was Where did we really spend? What did we do? And it doesn't take long. Some people dread it, I guess, because maybe you think you spent way too much. Maybe you don't care to do it. You don't think it's important. But if you're on a journey towards financial independence, financial freedom, it's really important to take a look at where your money's gone. And I hate bank fees. Like, I detest bank fees. I don't like paying to take out my own money. I don't like paying to transfer my money. I don't like paying for using my card at a certain establishment, right? But bank fees is the first category I wanted to check. Now, we have a brick and mortar bank. My husband and I have had this account for more than 10 years. And I wanted to see if there were any bank fees that we paid in the last 3 months, and we did. Essentially, in July, we paid $0 in bank fees, but in August, we got charged $21. I think one of those was a non-ATM fee or something like that. When they charge you for using an ATM that's not theirs, you're getting charged twice, actually. The ATM owner is charging you money, and then your bank will charge you money, which is just crap to me. I think it's really stupid. But we ended up paying $21 in August in just bank fees. So that's money we basically threw in the garbage. We threw it away because it's not working for us now. And I know it might seem like, oh, it's just $21, but for people who are starting out, it can be a lot. And these fees add up. In September, we got charged $15 for, it wasn't even an insufficient funds fee. It was for falling below a certain balance. So no, this bank does not reimburse us. Let me see if I can move to your comment. Hold on. Where is it? Ooh. Hold on. I saw your comment. I'm trying to put it on the screen. No, they do not reimburse us. And I can't stand it. My husband was like, I didn't know. He said, I didn't know that they charged me money. Yeah, they did. Which is one of the reasons why I prefer using a credit card. Only if, of course, if you can use it responsibly, if you don't have a challenge with using it with budgeted money. I prefer just to use the credit card. If you have to swipe at the location, then just swipe the credit card. At least you can lock the card immediately. And if there is some kind of fraudulent activity, it's easier to get a refund through the credit card issuer, I think, than from your regular brick and mortar bank with your debit card. So that's it for me. And then if you do something with your debit card with your bank and they have to freeze your account, that means your money is held up. If you get, you know what I'm saying? I just don't like it. But essentially we paid, was that $36? I think so. Yeah, I can count. $36 is how much we paid in bank fees in July with this brick and mortar bank, with TD Bank. But we didn't pay any fees in August or September. No, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong category. In bank fees, we paid $36, which was crap to me. I feel so bad about it. But that could have been, let's see, maybe a week's worth of traveling, because we don't have a car right now. But to get a Metro card to travel to and from all week is only $33. That could have been a week's worth of travel. Like, I think about it that way. Think about how much you could have used the money for instead of just throwing it away. And unfortunately, no, TD Bank does not reimburse us if we get bank fees. Sometimes they can, you can call them, but if it's like more than, I think if it's more than twice within a 30-day period, I think it's something like that, then you don't get reimbursed at all, which is terrible. I'm trying to share you guys comments and I'm not getting to, I don't know why. I'm sorry if there's a lag too. I'm not seeing your comment on the screen. Marlene, trying to show it. Okay. All right. So household, we don't use this brick and mortar bank for, like, we don't use our debit card rarely ever. If we do, I don't know what happened in August and September, but we rarely use our debit card for purchases from this account. So we had no purchases in July, August, or September for household, and no purchases for groceries in the months of July, August, or September. But let's look at our Capital One. I love Capital One, and if you're watching or if you're listening to any of my videos, you can sponsor me because I use this account every single day, and we have multiple accounts with them. But the good thing is they don't have any bank fees. Like, they're really, really lenient when it comes to, your balance being at zero. They won't charge you a fee for not having a certain amount of money in your checking account. So I think Tara from Journey to Wisdom and Wealth, she used to do her budget on Capital One. She would share her screen and show how she could transfer money from one account to the next. And even if her checking account went to zero, you're not being charged a fee from Capital One, which is something that I really love, because you can have more than one account. And, I like having different accounts with different banks. I don't like have all my eggs in one basket, because if something happens with one bank, I have an alternative, right? I hope that makes sense. So I wanted to, my son is calling me. This is how, hello? Hey, are you okay? All right, make sure you stay safe, and you call me as soon as you're getting out, okay? All right, I love you. Bye. Sorry, guys, that was my son. That was my teenager. Where was I? Capital One, no bank fees in July, August, or September, so that was good. But for household, now I checked the credit card for household and groceries to see how much money we spent on household items and groceries and eating out, because that's really important. We did spend a lot in July because it was summertime. We've been locked down a lot. My younger kids, my two smallest kids, were just going to start school in September, so I wanted them to have a lot of summer fun, so we ended up spending a lot. But for household, like cleaning products, personal hygiene products, those sort of things, we spent $504.37 in July. This is when I look at the last 3 months, I want to see what is the average amount that we spend, so I can realize so I can know how much money we realistically need to budget for this category. How much money do we need for household? And why did we overspend? Like, it causes you to think on what happened, what was going on in July that caused me to spend this much money. Why did I spend more in July than I did in August? Because in August we spent $471 for household products, hygiene stuff, cleaning stuff, sanitary stuff. And then in September we only spent $206.64. What was the difference? I know in September one of my children tested positive for COVID, so then it was just assumed that the whole family would have it. And then I was feeling a little bit down, but it was just like one day, like I was tired. I could barely move, but I had, my children to take care of. And then my husband was still working. So there was a lot going on, and I had to be in contact with the school. So I think in September, we only spent $206 because we were in the house. We didn't go out anywhere. So that's probably why we spent less. And then in August, we spent $471. I don't know what happened in August. Just school shopping. That most of that could have been back to school shopping too. Buying, because I have a 3-year-old, so I had to buy pull-ups for nap time and stuff like that. Like little things that are necessary that I had to spend, I probably did. I wanted to see the average. If you look back at your last 3 month statements, right? And you want to see how much did I spend for household goods, household products, household, whatever, hygiene stuff, personal hygiene, beauty stuff. Look at how much you spent realistically. It took me 15 minutes, no lie, just to do this. And then, so in the third quarter, we spent $1,182, right? For household products. If I divide that by 3, on average, we were spending $394 for household products. So maybe my budget should be about $400 per month. That's how I would get that number. So I know realistically, this is how much I need to set aside for those things. Hey, Brittany. I'm sorry if I can't show your comment because it's really slow on my end. Groceries. You all can see this, right? I hope you can see it. If you can't, let me know. We spent, I think the first amount is for eating out. So we bought food that we from a restaurant or a fast food place. In July it was $130. In August it was $562, and in September $431. So for eating out in 3 months, I'm just gonna round this. I'm not gonna add the change. See, make this quick. We spent $1,123 in 3 months just on eating out alone. Some of the groceries is blocked. Okay, let me see. Oh, my note. That's my note here. Okay, I don't know if I can scroll down, but basically what it says is a note for me. Credit card expenditures for groceries. The first amount is for eating out. And then the second amount here, this is actual groceries, like going to the supermarket. So we spent $1,100 on eating out for eating out alone in July, August, and September. If I divide that by 3 to get the average, so on average we were spending $374, or maybe. And I don't think realistically I want to have that budget right now, only because again we went out on a boat ride. We went out to the city. We went to the zoo. Like, we were going out places and eating, which is normal for summertime. But in the winter, we're not going to be outside as much, right? So it might not be realistic now going into the winter season. I mean, we just get into fall, but going into winter season. But maybe during the summer, our budget should be around that maybe $380, $400 mark, right? So that you can build and create a realistic budget. I've seen a lot of budgeters here say, in the community, just say, I overspent. I spent more than what I budgeted. But if you track your expenses, if you look at your statements, credit card statement or your bank statement, wherever you normally spend, or your cash envelopes, you'll get to see how much you realistically spend, because there could be a hole somewhere. There could be somewhere you're spending money that you probably might think after looking at it, okay, I shouldn't have spent this much. Maybe I need to put more money towards another goal or something like that. Maybe we can cut back here. Maybe instead of eating out 4 times a week or 4 times a month, whatever it is, we'll cut it down by 1. You know what I'm saying? Just like simple things like this, I think make a big difference with your budget. And I'm seeing a lot here. Like, we spend a lot, and I'm surprised. And if I didn't look at it, I wouldn't have known. And you could have just been continuing doing the same thing over and over. Hi, Shalise. How are you? Mm. Mm. I'm hungry, y'all. It's lunchtime. Now, groceries. That's one place where I think we might have spent less on groceries than we did. $138 plus $295 plus $455. So we spent only $888 on groceries in the month of in the third quarter, July, August, and September. A lot of that eating out would have been ordering groceries online or ordering food to be delivered at home. So I think that makes a big difference too. If you realize that, okay, maybe the family was sick and we were sick in September. Maybe, I don't know, the weather was crazy. Anything. What happened to cause you to spend less on groceries than eating out? And do you need to adjust the budget? Like, these are things I started asking myself, questions I started asking myself. I don't know if this is boring anybody, but I think it's really important to take a look at it, because we track a lot of things, right? We track our savings, we track how much debt we paid off, but are we tracking those other expenses that could mean we're losing, or maybe not necessarily losing, but could we be saving more? Could we be putting more towards debt? Those are the questions I think are important to ask. Bye, Brittany. Have a great rest of your day. Yeah, that was it. I wanted to check those 3 areas. The bank fees is what got me. I'm really sorry that we gave away that money, because that's basically what it is. You just give it away. I need to catch up on your comments because I missed a lot. Desiree, you said if I added up food, I would be upset. Yeah. I think because we just came out of the summer, maybe that's why. And food was a lot. Wells Fargo. I had a Wells Fargo account, Marlene, I don't know, maybe 10 or 12 years ago. But they closed my account. I don't even remember why, but I was upset about it. And you know what? In my area, I don't even have a Wells Fargo account near me. There's a Chase, there's a Bank of America, and then we have to travel a little bit to get to like our Capital One, because with the Capital One 360 account, you can still use a regular Capital One bank to withdraw money and whatnot. Shali says, I'm cooking some wings. Ordering out has been lackluster of late, so I have been enjoying making my own food. It's cheaper and I have leftovers. That's how I feel. For the last 2 nights, I wanted to tell y'all, for the last 2 nights we had chicken. Actually, the last 4 nights, because there's always leftovers. And I don't like going to the store anymore, especially now with the way prices are, to buy so much groceries, and then sometimes the food goes to waste. Honestly, I went to the store today. Actually, I recorded this for a later video because I'm like a week ahead of some content. I spent $42 at the store today. I figured I'd make a meal plan, right? And I literally wrote it down on this slip of paper so I wouldn't go spending money I shouldn't have. I figured, what do I need for lunch for the kids or snacks for the kids after school? What can I make for dinner besides chicken, because we're tired of chicken? I'm going to make some spaghetti with meat sauce because we haven't had that in a while and everybody loves it. I wanted to buy some fruit that everybody eats, instead of buying like bananas when I know one person in my house doesn't like bananas, and then if they don't know it's there or if they get tired of it, they don't eat it and it goes to waste. And I can't stand that. So I made a list, right? And then I went to Ibotta immediately. If you don't know what Ibotta is, it's a cash rebate app. Basically, they pay you for buying your groceries, right? Or buying any household products. So based on my list, I went through Ibotta to see what rebates could I get if I buy pasta, if I buy like ground beef. I got ground chicken because it was cheaper and they gave me $1.50 cash rebate on it. I had the money to spend anyway, so let me get the cash rebate, right? This is another way I like to get some money back, you know what I'm saying, in my pocket. And like I had to get some pull-ups, I had to get some wipes because my 3-year-old still wears pull-ups like at nap time and at night and whatnot. I had to get some spaghetti pasta rebates. You get a whole bunch of rebates from Ibotta. I got like $5.75 from the shopping trip. Plus I got $1 off using the store's loyalty program. And then I got points through Fetch. Like, I'm serious about scanning these receipts and making that quick grocery list and going to get what I need and not anything more, because I could buy up the store, but not if it's going to cost me more money in the long run. I love Fetch too. Wait, TikTok is a great source for meal ideas. I made shrimp and garlic. Why is it not showing me here? Shrimp and garlic Alfredo. That sounds good. Oh, you guys, if you got here late, I am drinking a little rosé with my lunch and a sandwich. $100? That's amazing, Marlene. I usually don't let it build up that much. I take it out every week. I have some money just added somewhere, but that's good. $100. Hi, Jocelyn. Jocelyn said, I have to look at my phone. I am no longer a fan of Ibotta. Fetch is easier for me. Right now, you get $500 for any Acme receipt. That's awesome. for Fetch. That's why I like to look at it. I like to cash out at least $20 every week, just because I buy stuff I need anyway. And if you look there first, just take like 5 minutes. You'll find things. $5.75 off of a $42 grocery bill is not bad for me anyway. At least for where I live and for what we bought. But that's true with Fetch. Fetch makes it easy to rack up those points so you can get those gift cards. I like how easy it is. It's one of the easiest apps. That's true. And there's a fly. Sorry. You cashed out $26. That's good. I'm sorry if I'm talking a lot. I know that's right. And I like easy money too. So if it's easy to get, I'll do it. I cashed out. Oh, I don't know if the person will want me to say, but I have to say thank you to the supporter who sent the Amazon gift card. I've been using Snow Gardener 307's When Life Gives You Lemon, Make Lemonade. Life Gives You Lemons, Make Lemonade Savings Challenge. I've been sharing it on Instagram. I've been sharing it in my budget, closeout videos. So I've been talking about how I'm saving up money to buy new boots for my children. And somebody blessed them with an Amazon gift card so I could get some things from that Amazon wish list. So I was able to get 2 coats and a pair of boots, and I'm still saving the money, from every week. Anytime I get extra money, I'm putting money aside to get, again, a new pair of boots. So I actually have 2 boots. So I have one more pair of boots to buy for my oldest, and then I have a coat to buy for the youngest child. But the other 2 have coats, new coats, and I am just like, it's amazing how much you can afford things when you just take your time. I know I want to be at the place one day soon where I don't have to actively save like this. I can just go and say, oh, I need this, and I go and buy it. But this is the beginning stages, right? This is like a foundational channel where we talk about why budgeting is important and how to do it from a realistic standpoint. You may not be making so much right now, but you can still make things work. You just have to finagle a little bit. I hope that makes sense. You just have to just do it little by little. And I'm excited. I'm just so grateful for this community, because the fact that you, and I don't know if you want to say who it was, but the fact that you sent that to bless my children, it means a lot. It means a whole lot. And I'm not going to cry, but I am grateful. So start where you are, and you keep using those apps. Ibotta, Fetch, Receipt Hog is another one. I like to use that. You get coins every time you snap a receipt, and you can exchange those coins for gift cards. And I love Amazon. I use Amazon all the time, so I always cash out an Amazon gift card when I can. Surveys on the go, again, is really easy. Sometimes you don't qualify for those surveys, but it doesn't take more than a minute or 2 minutes. You answer a few questions. If you don't qualify, you get 10 cents. If you do 10 surveys, and that's $1 already. Like, you're already, is it $1? Sangria. You get something. Use those little things to help you out, because groceries are expensive now. Toothpaste is expensive now. Pull-ups and wipes are expensive. For those of us who have little children or had little children, you know what it's like. Laundry soap is so expensive, and we canceled our Costco membership because I haven't been to Costco since June, I think, and I don't think we're going to use it for a little while. But I have been seeing that. Thank you so much for using it and sharing it. You're welcome. Yeah, I'm so grateful for that blessing. I think I have a referral link in my description box, Desiree. So if you check, I guess, I don't know if it's going to show up after this video goes post, or maybe it's in another video. You can check because they give you a set amount of coins. I actually learned that from Nija. That's how I got put onto Receipt Hog, and it's really easy. Just snap the receipt, and sometimes they give you surveys too, so you'll get coins. Again, you get enough coins and you can convert them to gift cards. I haven't tried Coin Out. I've been hearing about that. I need this stupid fly, but I will check it out because I want to expand a little bit more. Anytime I can save on groceries, anytime I can save on household products, I'm on it. I'd rather pay nothing. All right, so yeah, that was all I wanted to talk about. But please, 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 guys, if you can, check out the community post if you have any other questions that pop up. I know I kind of overshare on this channel. Share a lot about, our budget, our money, our life, all of this stuff. But if there's anything that you want to know about or anything you want us to chat about on these Thursday lives, please let me know. I do have several topics that I've already pre-planned for the next 6 weeks. But if there's anything that you want to hear, anything you want to talk about, let me know so I can put it together. And I'm going back through your comments. I feel like I might have missed some. So if you are here, if you said hey to me and I missed you, please charge it to my head and not my heart, because I love each and every one of you. Each and every one of you. You know what, Marlene? I have to travel at least, I want to say 30 minutes to get to a Capital One bank from where I live. But there are ATMs that you can use. So like in Walgreens or in CVS. And now I think they allow you to deposit cash through the teller. Like you just bring your bank card and you go to the teller and you can deposit cash to your account right then and there. So Walgreens, yeah, I think it's Walgreens and CVS. They have ATMs that you can use and you can deposit cash too. I'm checking the comments to make sure I didn't miss anything. Wait, I'm missing something. Oh, I'm so glad that you enjoyed the chat. I like to I want to have a more, just kind of an intimate chat with you guys. I feel like sometimes with a recorded video, you don't get the opportunity to interact. And I'm really trying to get over this fear of nervousness of, talking to people and connecting with people. So I'm slowly coming out of my shell a little bit. So, and I enjoy you guys. Like, honestly, I don't know if I've ever had such a genuine kind of community online, especially. It's just amazing. You guys are truly amazing. Oh, I hope you didn't burn it. Man, if I didn't have to pick up these kids just now, it'd be on a plane coming straight to you. And see my niece, and I hope everybody's feeling better. What did you say, Marlene? I'm really having a hard time seeing some of your comments. I don't know what's going on with StreamYard today. I did see there are a whole bunch of ATMs, not in my town, but in Jackson Hole, 80 miles away. Woo. Wow. That's crazy. I like working from home. But one of the benefits of not working from home is that I worked in an area where I could get to almost any bank I wanted to within a couple of minutes. So that's why it's hard for me to do cash. And I would never, I'm not saying cash stuffing is not fun. It's really fun. But I wouldn't be able to cash stuff my bills because the bank is too far. It's too much work for me. So let me share with you guys real quick what I'm going to be doing. Let me see. And you, hopefully, if you're still here, you'll let me know if this is interesting enough for a live. Where did I write it? I wrote it in my planner. Okay, so I had some ideas for some lives. And since there's only 5 of us here, I think, let me see. I talked about our Q4 goals last week. I wanted to talk about where our money's going because I feel like that's important. I wrote down a topic, what we want from our money. So basically, I've been reading this book, but I'm reading like 2 books still. I'm rereading The Psychology of Money, and I read Women with Money. I think I talked about it before, but I really do like, you can't see it. I can't see it, but Women with Money. And one of the interviewees talked about 3 things she wants from money: safety, security, and savings. And I wanted to do a live at lunch topic and talk a little bit more about that and why our money gives us security. How does it give us security? How does it make us feel safe? How do we manage savings, when we're in between jobs, when we're still trying to build a business or a brand? Like, how do we, as women, not just, I know there are men who watch the channel, but as women, how do we make this work for us? I hope that makes sense. That's one topic. And then another topic, that was not it. I wanted to see if anybody wanted to do my budget for me, which is really different, like on a live. So let me know if that's stupid or if it sounds interesting, because that's something I thought about doing for a while. This fly is annoying. And how often do you guys check your bank statements? Be honest in the comments. Do you check it at the end of each month? Do you go back at the end of the quarter? Thanks, Desiree. And if you guys want that, let me know. I also wanted to talk about how I manage money using Capital One 360. Another thing I wanted to talk about, because, I know that Ally Bank makes it easy. And then they have apps that you can use. I know Janelle, I don't know if Janelle, if you're still here, but I know Janelle uses the Good Budget app, and you have digital envelopes and stuff like that. But I like Capital One just as a personal preference. And I wanted to walk through how we use it to help us stay on budget, or at least stay on top of our money if we're not always on budget. Sometimes we're over budget. Sometimes we're way under. Sometimes we went way left field. But I really like to, organize our money using those different accounts. And then I wanted to do a walkthrough of our financial goals for 2022 spreadsheet. I update it at the end of each budget by paycheck. And every time I look at the percentages for our savings rate and our investment goals, I start to feel like, womp. This is 2022. Was it trash or was it not? I want to talk about that at some point, because we're getting closer and closer to the end of the year. And I like to do a year in review. Last year I did it with my husband, but he doesn't like being on camera so much. So I don't know if he'll do it with me again this year, because there's just so much that's happened this year. It's like, you thought 2020 was like sucker punched you. I feel like 2022 had us in a chokehold for most of the year. So I wanted to talk about that and just ways to kind of overcome those negative thoughts and emotions, because I realized we did make some great moves this year, even though, it got overshadowed by other things like the job loss and my boss dying and my husband's family. Some of his family got sick, and then, my kids transitioning, and then some stuff happened, personally with, my children, like things just been happening. But I realized that we should look at our wins too, because sometimes when you look back at the things that you didn't have last year, it can motivate you to move forward and not get stuck in that, that dark place. And then also I wanted to talk about our budget categories because they've changed a lot, and I'm really starting to feel like I'm getting a better handle on my family's budget. So I wanted to talk about that too. Let's see. I'm missing some of your comments. I'm so sorry. Marlene says you check banks each week. I have 3 to check, and my hubby has another one too. So 4 each week. I verify on my expense trackers that everything is on the up and up. One of the reasons why I really like your channel and how you do your budget, even though it's like sometimes it's 30-40 minute videos, but it's realistically giving us an idea of how to manage it and where's the money going, why is it going there, how to keep a better record, like know what you're doing. Because I had somebody when I first started this channel tell me that she budgets in her head, and I said, I don't know how you do that, because sometimes I could forget my thought 5 minutes after I started it. Like I just go off on a tangent, so I cannot remember every single move that my money made in the past week unless I look at it, unless I have something written down or typed out so I can track it. I love your channel for that reason. I really do, because it's helpful to get the format so you can see what's going on, and you don't, because sometimes we spend something or we do something and we don't remember because we were in a very emotional state. And if you don't go back and say, hey, what happened here, then you don't know what's going on. I just have to know. Yeah. I think I'm a daily person. I get up, and after I pray, the very first thing I do after I pray is I look at my bank. I take my phone and I go to my bank app. I go and check my emails to see if I'm getting some money. Like I'm always checking it. I know that probably sounds crazy, but that's what I do. It's not stupid to have someone else to do your budget just to get a different perspective. Thank you. I remember when Rochelle and Tanisha, the Battle of the Budgets was fun. That was really fun. And I hope they would come back. I miss Asia Sierra. I haven't seen her in a while. I just thought about her. So I think I'm going to use that then. I'm definitely going to use the do my budget for me in one of these lives. You guys would like it. I don't necessarily go over my bank statements, but I tend to look at my transactions through the app. That's a good thing. It's easy. That's why I like having the app, because I can do it whether I'm at home or I'm on the road. I can transfer money immediately if there's, too much I spent. Okay. You are welcome. So that's pretty much it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed the live, and I hope I really have fun just connecting with you guys too. And oh gosh, before I'm thinking about it again, thank you to the person who sent the money. I really appreciate the gift card. I'm telling you, it's a big help, and I love y'all. I really do. And thank you for coming to today's live. I hope that you found something valuable in it. As always, I never want to do anything just simply to do it. I want it to mean something. So if there's anything good you found out of it or got out of this live, please give me a thumbs up on this video. Share it if you think someone else might benefit from it. And I will see you guys. Well, I'll talk to you guys in my next video, which is going to be on Saturday. Of course, I'm closing out my budget by paycheck. I have to do it every single week. And yeah, and then I'll talk with you guys next week, Thursday. So enjoy the rest of your day. I hope you had a good lunch or will have a good lunch. And don't forget to mind your money, y'all. Manage it well. Live your lives abundantly. Bye.